to the point of last year, 2022, was the year that we invested in laser hair removal, and we got the machine that actually allows us to do like the skin as well with it. So it's a very, very good machine. And in July this year, we actually invested in the 2023 model because we were doing that much
Wow.
laser skin services. So, like
Yeah.
I said, it has completely transformed. We're just so busy with that sort of side of it now. We never just thought that we'd be that busy and where
Yeah.
we are, to be honest.
It totally makes sense though with what you say, like everybody has body hair,
Yeah,
most people have something to do with their skin which they're not happy with. I think offering treatments like that just makes your business a lot more versatile, doesn't it? And a lot more, you're not just pigeonholing, your client base. There's sort of something for everyone, which I think is great. Hi guys, it's Holly here at Faces, and today I'm here with the gorgeous Zoe Mizon from Zoe Mizon Aesthetics. Zoe, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. It's really good to have you on.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. So just to kick things off, let's talk about you and your business then. So obviously you've been in the industry for quite some time now. How did it all start, and how did you get your business to where it is today?
Right, so I have actually been in beauty for God, over 20 years now. We started doing like all the lashes and everything like that. That was like all our most popular treatment. We won like multiple awards and everything like that in the actual beauty industry. But when COVID hit, it just went like that. It was just, well, as everybody knows, it was horrific. So when we came back to the salon, it was like a lot of people had started either doing things at home. Obviously, people had lost their jobs, couldn't really afford stuff. So we found that we had to kind of pivot the business. So that's why we kind of went down the more aesthetics route. So we kind of now do the stuff that well, I always laugh and say that we do the stuff that you don't put on Instagram. So we do like your mole removals, we do like skin tags, we kind of specialize in that. So
Yeah.
we do like more blemish removal and like more sort of like medical sort of work. We'd still do
Yeah.
like a lot of cosmetic, Botox fillers, things like that. But I think for us, the way that we've gone down is just like trying to make people feel better about themselves, getting more like confidence, and it really seems to be working.
Yeah, amazing. No, I was going to say, actually, you offer sort of a range of treatments which not
Yeah,
everybody offers.
yeah.
Like you say, they're maybe not the most glamorous treatments. However,
No,
they are necessary. And I think,
yeah.
it's great to actually sit down and talk to you about this. So with regards to obviously COVID was kind of a pivotal time for you guys in terms of sort of looking at the business, where we're going to go next. What sort of drove you into the sort of medical side of things then? Was it on recommendation, or was there anything that sort of happened to sort of steer it that way?
I don't know really. I think because throughout obviously my life, I've had like people in my life who have had like skin issues and like problems like that. And I think it's always kind of been there that like it is an issue with so many people are so self-conscious with things. And I mean, it's great making people feel good when you can give them like a nice set of lashes and like brows and things. But we get people coming who are like genuinely self-conscious about things. So I don't know. I think it's always been there in the back of my mind that I'd like to do things that really made a difference.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I just think we had to do something. We had to like really think about what we were going to offer with the business. I mean, it were a massive change because we were really well known in the industry for lashes. I mean, I used to be one of the directors of World Lash University. So I was obviously always in like quite public with speaking and things like that. So to actually take the risk of leaving all that behind,
Yeah.
it was massive. But we had to do something because, like I said, people started doing things at home. There were a lot of like poor training that came out during COVID. People are training online, and I kind of fell out of love with it as well, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
because people were coming in and they'd have like really, really poor. I mean, and it's no disrespect to any of the other like newly trained people, but they've not got the knowledge and the skills that obviously we had from many years of doing it.
Yeah.
And we were finding that people were accepting it. The clients were kind of accepting the cheaper treatments, the poorly applied treatments, and it just kind of made us think, like, why are we bothering? Why are we spending all this time and effort making sure that everything's done perfectly when people really aren't bothered? But then when we obviously went into the aesthetics and this sort of side of it, it kind of made us come back to life again with all of the services and stuff, and clients were coming in and they valued us again, and it was
Yeah.
just brilliant.
So do you feel like in sort of a bittersweet way, it kind of, you know, with the whole COVID situation, it really did actually work for you guys as your
Yeah,
business?
I mean, to be honest, it was a really tough time, as it was for everyone. I
Yeah, of
mean,
course.
it really like made us all think, are we going to survive? Are we not? But it has literally changed everything to do with my business now. It's lovely. It's fantastic how it's changed.
Yeah, amazing. And I think coming from the beauty side of things, you know, when I speak to other practitioners within the industry, you know, who have come from beauty into aesthetics, I think there's two things. One, it's a real natural progression because it gives you the chance to level up your skills. It gives you the chance to offer more to your clients.
Yeah.
But also it's going with the times as well, isn't it? You know, yes, people still love getting the nails done and getting the lashes done, but like you say, people are doing it at home now. You know, it's not necessarily like a luxury to go and get those treatments, whereas people see, you know, going and getting a nice skin booster or a nice facial is more of a luxury. With regards to the medical side of things, then, so more of your like more removal, skin tag removal, that kind of thing. Do you feel like it works really nicely in conjunction with the aesthetics then? So do you have a lot of clients who sort of come in for sort of a broad range of treatments in that sense?
Yeah, I mean, what you find is that you start talking to people about one thing. It might even still be, because we do still do the beauty side of it. We still do lashes. I mean, I have 7 girls that work for us, so we do offer like still do nails, still do that, all that sort of stuff. But as you're talking to the clients that come in on a day-to-day basis, there's not that many people that haven't got a skin imperfection. So
Yeah.
everyone that you speak to may have a skin tag, may have a mole that they wanted removing for a while. Or it might be that, I mean, just for example, we do a lot of laser treatments. So everybody has body hair, everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, as you're talking about it, and it's then kind of the treatments that we offer now are the ones that are keeping the business afloat. I mean, as everyone knows, that all of the utilities have gone sky high,
Yeah.
wages have increased. Obviously, we have that registered and everything. So you have to hit them targets to be able to pay bills. So
Yeah.
even though we still do the little bits of beauty, it's the higher end treatments that are like literally like getting us by.
Yeah, and I've heard, you know, from speaking to other people with regards to offering treatments such as laser or a treatment which requires a machine. Yes, the machines are a big investment in the business, but they're the ones where you're really going to make your money. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, to the point of last year, 2022 was the year that we invested in laser hair removal, and we got the machine that actually allows us to do like the skin as well with it. So it's a very, very good machine. And in July this year, we actually invested in the 2023 model because we were doing that much
Wow.
laser skin services. So, like
Yeah.
I said, it has completely transformed. We're just so busy with that sort of side of it now. We never just thought that we'd be that busy and where
Yeah.
we are, to be honest.
It totally makes sense. So with what you say, like everybody has body hair, you know,
Yeah,
most people have something to do with their skin which they're not happy with. You know, I think offering treatments like that just makes your business a lot more versatile, doesn't it? And a lot more, you know, you're not just pigeonholing, you know, your client base. You know, there's sort of something for everyone, which I think is great. What would you
yeah.
say are sort of the most popular treatments that you offer then at the moment?
Well, to be honest, all the blemish removal stuff is phenomenal. I mean, TikTok literally took off for us. It was something that, I mean, I am not cool. I'm not one of these Instagrammers or anything like that. I've got
I
younger
can't
girls,
use TikTok. I literally have no idea how to
and
use
one
it.
of the girls literally just says, "You need to go on this platform." So I went on reluctantly, and people just are obsessed by looking at like spots being squeezed, and
That's
that's
me.
that's
That's
me, to
me.
be honest. Yeah. So everyone who's gone on, I mean, like between like 3 videos that I posted, there were like over 7 million views, and you're like, what?
And that's something which like is
I would have never
free
ever
for you to
dreamed of.
post.
So again, like it's about going out your comfort zone and looking at all these other avenues, even if it is to do with advertising and stuff. Because I'll be honest, I would have said no chance. My clients aren't on TikTok, but they
Yeah.
are. They literally are. So it is a matter of just putting yourself everywhere, really. Now,
Yeah,
um, but
absolutely.
yeah,
There's so
it's
many tools to advertise yourself
yeah,
now. You know,
100%.
I think social media is something that a lot of practitioners really struggle with. You know, I certainly would. Like, yeah, I know how to use Instagram, but Reels, TikToks,
Yeah,
what to post, like for me, that just I just wouldn't even know. So I understand the pain that a lot of practitioners go
yeah,
through. But I think it's more just, like you say, putting yourself out there, being consistent with it. And, you know, I suppose as well, the more return you get on it, the more kind of keen you are to do it as well, because you're like, this clearly works, so let's just carry on.
yeah. So yeah, it is just all about adapting and diversifying, and just literally trying something, see if it works, and if it doesn't, try something else.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yes, it's all
absolutely.
worth it eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So with regards to faces, then I know you've been using faces for quite some time now. You know, you're very much a loyal faces user, which is great. How would you say faces has helped with the general kind of runnings of your business, but also helping you in terms of your growth as well?
So we use faces for mainly all of our consent forms now. When it first started, obviously it was really what word can I use?
It was
It
just
was just
consent form.
basic, weren't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So it was kind of one form for all. And obviously I've been using faces since I started all the aesthetics, so basically straight from COVID. And obviously it's just been improving and improving. And we just now we use all of the consent forms, all the aftercare forms. And what I love about it is it saves us time. So obviously when we get the client, either we can either email the client the forms before, we have a salon manager who does all that. So if we've got any aesthetic treatments coming in, we will send them the form prior so that they can do all the
Yeah,
medicals, checks, everything. So we're not wasting time, really. So if somebody's coming in, doing it on the day and saying, oh, well, sorry, this, you're not suitable for treatment, we know full well that everyone who we're seeing is going to be eligible.
yeah,
And what I like as well is that we can send them like aftercare straight away. So once they fill the
yeah,
forms in, they can get a copy of their aftercare and they can see things that they can and can't do. So it might be like somebody's going on holiday, or whatever, that it's not really advisable to have it that soon after the treatment.
yeah,
So it just saves a hell of a lot. I mean, we are used to using an online booking system and things which can do that, but we would have to physically sit down and type all that in, and it's time consuming. So
yeah,
this is
exactly.
fantastic. It's already done for you, and I mean, it complies with all the insurance and everything. So it's just done, and it's massive, really.
Yeah, I think when it comes to sort of the admin side of things, you know, particularly when practitioners qualify into aesthetics or treatments of any kind, it's kind of like it's when you start to realize the treatment's such a tiny part of running the business. You know, it's all the other things like your consent form,
Yeah,
storing your client's data, ordering your products, your accounts, all of that just is so much. And that's not something you learn in your training course necessarily. That's something which, as a practitioner, you have to really adapt to, and find what works for your business. And I think that's why, you know, from when you first started using faces to now, we've developed so much based on feedback we get from practitioners. You know, we're not the ones behind the scenes using the app. You know, we're not all practitioners, some are, but we get driven by the feedback we get from you guys, because you're the ones who are using it. We want it to be a one-stop shop for everything you can possibly need. And just touching on the booking side of things, obviously we've adapted the booking system now so that when you send your consent forms to your client, their appointment automatically goes into the calendar. So just trying to make things even more
yeah.
streamlined, and it's
I mean,
great
to be
to hear
honest,
that.
I would love to get mine all linked over to the Faces one, but it's just I have so much stuff on my booking system, and so much it's going to take forever to do that. So
We can
You need to
help
get
you.
a team. You need a
We
team
can help
to do
you.
that.
Genuinely, our team can help you do that. I'll arrange a call with you after this once we've
Yeah.
finished recording, and we can go through it together. Because you'll notice now that, like I've just mentioned, when somebody fills out a consent form, they will then automatically be on the calendar. So we're kind of like doing it for you.
And I'm like, oh, I wish I could just have all in one place, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're quite old, what we do, and it's just trying to.
Yeah, it's just about breaking habits as well, obviously using different processes within your business is sometimes quite hard to break out of, but using one software rather than two is always going to be a lot more beneficial and a lot easier. So we'll definitely have another conversation about that. So just talking about sort of regulation then, Zoe, obviously we haven't had anything set in stone as of yet, but the government have released a traffic light system. And they're also asking for everybody to give their own personal views and feedback based on the industry in general, which I think is good. And hopefully they will actually take that feedback into account. What are your personal views, particularly with that side of things? Because obviously you do run a training academy as well. And when we were speaking previously, you were talking about how you're sort of on hold with that at the moment.
To be honest, I halted it until I know more, because I just don't feel like it's the right thing to do, really, to be training people if like CPD isn't going to be worth the paper it's written on. I mean, I personally am at the very final stages of the level 7. I've been working on that to try and secure the business again. And to be honest with you, I think personally, by doing it as well, I think if you are like a practitioner that are serious in taking your business like to the highest level possible, there is so much knowledge in everything to be had in the level 7, well, level 5 and level 7. And I think as a whole, it'd be nice to have the industry all performing at the same level, because it's going to stop all these like getting fillers in your kitchen sort of companies that, that they haven't got the same knowledge. And I obviously am coming from a non-medical background, but I do really like, if you speak to anyone that knows me, I literally do not stop. I go above and beyond. And if people ask me a question, I make sure that we do all of the complication training before we do anything. Obviously, we get advanced training, and we literally are as high up as possible, even with all the girls that work in the salon, even like the beauty therapists, like they're working at like level 4. They're not just coming in, doing a couple of day training. I believe that they've got to have the NVQs and the underlying like anatomy, physiology. I can't even speak today. Physiology, but are going to like make them better therapists. They've got to know, especially like the anatomy of what can go wrong, what's doing that situation. And we need to have. I mean, I do believe that you should have like a medical practitioner behind. I mean, I pay for the support, the complications support.
On basis.
You've got like a 24/7 medic that is there, that the doctors are available, that you can just say, help. I need help.
That's it. And even if you are a medical professional, having that complication support is still invaluable. Complications can happen to anybody, no matter if you're a medic or a non-medic. And I think a lot of people tend to think that that's not the case. It's almost like they think if you're a medic, you're never going to experience a complication. But the fact of the matter is, the more treatments you're doing and the more clients you're servicing, the higher chance there is of a complication occurring. So yeah, it's one of them.
Medics that can have done a year or two in just access to nursing, they might not have actually treated many patients. And obviously then there's non-medics that have been training and doing this like cosmetology for years on end. So there is, everyone needs to have sort of the same guidelines, I believe. And I think medics need some sort of cosmetology, because the amount of medics that I've had like referred, clients who've gone to medics that aren't like clued up on symmetry or like the cosmetic side of it. They're great with like medical emergencies and things, but when it comes to actually making someone more beautiful or
like the artistic side, isn't it?
creative side of it, I think it's about working together, coming up with something that's gonna that's going to work for everybody. And I mean, we do everything correctly, we do everything by the book,
Yeah.
so I will be honest, and I just hope that obviously what we're doing now, the qualification that are going to be, all what we need, but everything's just up in the air. So to be honest, I just want a bit of clarity. I wish they'd just say it's going to be this, and
Yeah.
but it's massive task for them to do.
Yeah, I think I agree with you in terms of having, whether it be the level 7 or something else, you know, there might, I mean, there was talk of the level 7 being mandatory, the off-qual one, but it could be that another qualification comes out, which then is the blanket, you know, qualification. But I think just like any industry, that should be happening. You know, it should be, you've got to do this qualification, it'll take this long, this is how much it costs, and once you've qualified, you are a qualified aesthetics practitioner. And whether you're medic or non-medic, this is the qualification you've got. Just have it the same across everything.
The premises license as well. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, obviously in the advanced electrolysis and stuff we do for the blemish removal, we have to have inspections of environmental health. So they come in and they obviously check that everything's how it should be, no bloodborne pathogens, nothing's been done like it shouldn't be, checking hot water, etc. And I actually said to the environmental health officer when she came in last time, I do obviously injectables, what's needed for that? And she said nothing.
I know,
Nothing.
it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Somebody, and I could have a manky carpet on my floor, but to take a skin tag off, I've got to be sterile.
Yeah, and even like ear piercing, like tattooists, laser, electrolysis, like all of that, you need your license. So it's crazy that, like you say, you can be like using needles and injecting people, and it's nothing's required. It's crazy. Sometimes I go to sleep at night and I get into like a deep rabbit hole in my head about the industry, and it's like, oh my god, I just can't go. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Well, you know, we'll have to see what comes out as and when it does. Obviously, it could be quite some time before we do actually get some clarity. But what is great is, you know, you've clearly got your business in a great position, you know, in terms of any regulation which comes through, especially with licensing and that kind of thing. That's, you know, that's something that you currently deal with anyway. So I can't imagine it's going to phase you or your team at all.
I mean, and if we have to adapt things, we have to adapt it. We've pivoted for years on end. It seems like a massive roller coaster. Everything you seem to be going up, something it's, and it's like, oh, but if we got past COVID, we can get past anything. That's
100%. I completely agree. What would you say you've got in store sort of in the next 12 months then? Are there any other treatments you're going to be offering? Do you have sort of any growth plans? What are you thinking at the moment?
So it's actually the salon's 7th birthday that I opened this one this week. So we've got
happy birthday.
this week, like we have got lots of other things, and we are launching some other side bits of the business. We're going more, we started all our own signature retail products and things this year, which has been absolutely phenomenal.
We need them on faces. We need to get you set up as a seller.
Oh, right. So we sell all those products, and we're just going to kind of, I think at the moment we're going to kind of funnel us way into there, because it's really taken off for us. So I think for now we're going to start sort of try and focus onto that for now, and then just treatments. The thing is though, if something new and sparkly and shiny comes in, I have to obviously have a look. So
like, don't want to miss out.
I'm saying no more training. We just kind of keep advancing the girls. So as soon as they're at a level, we kind of try and in-house train them to get them up to the next, so they can be performing the best treatments up to their abilities. So we're going to be still carrying on doing that. Personally, I'm just kind of just going to see what happens, but I will be focusing on all the products and everything, which is exciting.
Amazing. Yeah, and that's something that can just tick over, isn't it? You know, you don't have to like train someone to do that. You know, the products are working for you. What products is it that you're selling then? Because we can definitely get them on faces.
With like skincare and SPFs and things, so we've launched all of those. We now have a home range as well, so we're doing candles and diffusers, because everyone always comes in and they always comment how amazing the salon smells. So we've got them all. so everyone's taking them home with them.
Oh,
Trying to think what else we've got fragrances, and we're just going to be launching some bits because we do a lot of hair restoration as well and scalp micropigmentation.
yeah.
We're going to be having some product lines that go along, like hair rejuvenation sort of things as
Amazing.
well. Yeah, just all sorts. It's some, we try and look into treatments, and then it just releases everything else. We're like, well, what do you need for that treatment? And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we just
Yeah.
get talked about it all.
Amazing. And do you know what? That's probably why you've got to where you are now. It's that like we talked about adaptability, right? Okay, we've got this. Now how can we take that a bit further? And I think that's where a lot of practitioners do struggle. It's, they'll kind of like hit a wall and like not want to take it any further, or not know how to take it further. But it's been so good speaking, Zoe. I'm so pleased that everything's going really well for you. We need to get you on the Faces
Every,
shop as a seller. I'll email you. We need to get you on the booking system because it will change your life. I promise you. And I literally cannot wait to hear how things go in the next 12 months. And we can certainly pick this conversation up when there has been regulation announcements as well, and just see where we are and go from there. But
yeah,
thank you so much
perfect.
for coming on, lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye.